glamorous girl, glamorous girl.
Glamorous girl.
Woo, where my glamorous girls at? Put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. What's up, y'all? What's going on?
Hey.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Good night.
Wherever you are in the world.
Some places, good night.
I'm ready to say good night.
I know that's right. We all been like doing so much. He's like, I'm sleepy now. Can I go take a nap?
Yeah.
Right. So, anyways, happy Saturday, ladies. What's going on? It's a beautiful, great God day. I'm Wyoming.
I'm Peg.
I'm Linda.
I'm Charlene.
And we are 4SistersLIVE. Man, I tell you, it's a wonderful day to be alive. I know that.
Yes, it is.
It's a wonderful day.
As the little boy said, God bless you, everyone. Now, what movie was that? That was Scrooge.
Oh,
Scrooge, yeah.
Scrooge, okay.
The little boy.
Yay. Come on in, everybody. Join in.
Yeah, I see Sharon Bullock.
Sharon.
Angela James out of Baltimore.
Yes, show us some hearts, likes, share the page. We have a great show for
Tell your friends
today.
to join us. Call mom and dad, sister and brother and cousin.
Oh, there's that.
Tell them put down the barbecue fork for a minute.
I don't know if they started yet. Is it? I know we know it's Happy Independence Day. We got some boom bang pot out going on. Dante in the back. We got some fireworks.
Yeah.
It's a 5-day weekend. I know somebody gonna have some parties. 5-day weekend.
5 days.
Sunday,
I don't remember us ever having that in a long time. What did you say?
Take off on Tuesday because it's Tuesday
is actually 4th.
Monday.
We're off Monday just because.
Just because, right? Go on and take that day off, government workers.
Yeah.
Everyone who's tied to them
every day.
Yes.
I mean, people gonna doubt. Oh, you know what? I am not ready for this bing, pow, boom, like I'm in Iraq. I'm not ready for those.
And because there's already too many big bang, bang, bangs and pop, pop, pops. Anyway, so I think I love the fireworks.
I love the fireworks. Don't get me wrong. I love the art of the fireworks and everything that that comes with that. But then when you're in the neighborhood and community, and they just think this is just because they want to just start shooting off like they're in the bombs. That's the part that really gets me. I don't know.
Yeah, and there are a lot of injuries. There are a lot of fires. There was a bomb. I mean, one of those fireworks. I was glancing the news one day this week, and I believe someone got hurt or the house blew up. Something happened.
Oh yeah,
but it was because of fireworks. Please be safe. Yes, because
Mexico fireworks, man.
In the house, you can't do them in the house.
Oh my God, what did they do? They got too close to the fireplace.
You shouldn't have them in the house. Period.
Yeah.
I think it blew up the house.
Inside the house? No, you can't have it in the house.
Yeah, but people will try things, and people are just doing careless things. So
absolutely,
be aware of your children. If you have fireworks, lock them up until time for you to set them off, because otherwise they may start experimenting. So educate them.
And definitely educate the children. Definitely.
I didn't know you weren't supposed to have them in your house. I've had fireworks in my house for 5 years.
Fireworks, Charlene?
I have a good son because we bought it when we, go to see my grandmother, my family in South Carolina. We used to always buy them because it was just the thing to do when you cross North Carolina state line to South Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fireworks is illegal in North Carolina, but we had these, and I brought them back to Maryland, and I've had them for 5 years, and I haven't opened them, and my son haven't opened them yet. That's what I'm saying.
Are these the little sparkly ones, the one that sparkles? Or
it's a whole kit. It's like a whole kit of something. Wow. They're like red, white, and blue.
Okay.
They look like a rocket.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'd highly suggest you remove them from your
I do too.
What is it? How did you say it? I'm like, where is that?
I highly recommend, because the fire department, though you have those in there, they would be ma'am.
They'd be ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of them.
They'll say, turn around, put your hands behind you.
something like that. But anyway.
They're not here anymore. I don't know where they are.
But that's
I'll make the 5 o'clock news on that one.
Absolutely. So anyway, ladies, speaking of all, so how's everybody doing? What's been going on? Peggy, what's up, girl, in your world?
Oh, good. Just a new day. This is July. Before we know it, will be December. I'm living every day, okay?
Every day. It's amazing how we really say this and then we end up looking around and it actually is. It really is. So, you know, it's just a wonderful thing to just be here to even witness all of the things.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or indifferent, you know. But yeah. So no, you didn't go out partying or anything?
No. Sitting still.
Wait a minute, Peggy. We had a party yesterday. Don't you go acting innocent now.
You have to remember, when you get my age, you have a tendency to forget.
Wait a minute. Peggy never misses a Friday. Y'all gonna party with Peggy. She gonna create a crew. She create her crews in quarters. Like in here.
Okay.
We'll take you next week.
So what party? Okay, what I missed? What did I miss?
You know what? We had 2 birthdays that I wanted to recognize. It was Dr. Lloyd Dorsey and it was Joyce, who is one of our project managers. And I just wanted to do something nice for them. They've been so good to me and to the organization. So I says, let me just take a moment. Let's, sit still for a moment and just deep breathe. And we did that yesterday over dinner. So it was really nice. Yeah.
That's good. Wonderful.
So everybody get their turn. We're celebrating every other day.
Absolutely.
Friday,
you have to celebrate every day.
So what's going on in your world, girl, Charlene?
Well, you don't want to know. Like, you know what? I mean, I am thankful for my health. I know, like, some of my peers and I call you added on family members, health scares, not by me. Well, actually, kind of not me, but yeah, there's been something else. And then, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
That was my warning all this week. It was like a lot of signaling with family and friends. Like, guys, take care of yourself. Like, you don't have to go up under the knife. Don't go up under there. And if you're having symptoms is saying that something is wrong, please go get checked out. Like,
at least you know.
Type 2 diabetes can sneak up on you, like, like a choke you, choke you out. But yeah, so I'm just warning all my friends. I've had, quite a few who have gotten it, and I'm like, before they got 50, and I'm like, whoa, this is serious stuff. And they had all the signs, but they were just ignoring it. And it's like, I just need to exercise more and drink more milkshakes and
with more sugar in the milkshake. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Like more sugar. But I have my grandchildren. I have my grandson, so he's probably popping in and out here. And before I came on here, I thought I was gonna be late because I'm potty training him. And he did a big one on me. I'm like, oh no, I believe in you're gonna be pooping on your underwear with me. Look. Listen. Uh-oh. I do it the old-fashioned way.
Old-fashioned way.
I was getting ready to say, girl,
what you doing?
You know what? You're going down south on the brother.
I went down south.
You went down. She went down.
We just show it to them. The new school show it to you. They pop you one time and they show it to you. But my mom didn't show you the belt. They just went forward. I being nice. I'm like, see this? Yeah. I'm gonna be cleaning it. Okay, so anyway, I'm babysitting for the summer, and that's
for the whole summer. Oh wow,
the whole summer.
Oh, that's
let me take that back. No, I'm gonna go first.
You might want to take that back
because Luella and Ron are on this deal, and they didn't like it. I let Peggy know. I left them for the whole day, 12 hours. I felt so bad from 7 to 7. I left them with this little 2-year-old. They were changing poop. He was running them wild. He was up and down. Serious. He was like,
and Charlene, they say that that's the terrible twos when they get in the twos.
They're busy. They're busy exploring everything.
But when I came around, he was just like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm like, oh, he's lying. He's not like that.
You didn't you didn't put fear in that child.
Absolutely. I'm not playing this. You're not gonna run me crazy. Listen, you don't hear him in the background. You see him playing calmly like he's supposed to. Don't act up on me.
Well,
Hey, look, why Charlene's phone was ringing off the hook yesterday. Because Ron had the grandson. He was saying, "Look, come on home.
Please,
We need you to come home.
Please." He called me at Gina's office. He did FaceTime at Gina's office. He's like, "Where are you?" It was, here's another funny one. He took him to his office. You know, he works for the feds, and he took him to headquarters the day before, because I couldn't, because I had to get a root canal. And so he took him there, and so he went through the meeting. He was good, perfect. Then he took him back to the other part of the office. He said, "Oh no, I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to go back to work." And so he started bursting out crying like a man, like us, the adults. And the security guard and everybody was like laughing out. He said he don't want to go back to work. 2 years old.
2 years old. I don't want to go back to work.
I don't want to go back to work. I'm not getting in the elevator. No. I was like, oh, wow.
Oh, what's his name so we can shout him out? Caden.
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 Caden. Hey, Caden. We talking about you this morning.
Caden, be easy on him, please.
So what's going on in your world, girl, Lynn?
Not a whole lot. Just, taking care of my sister and just in between time getting a whole lot of other things done, around the house. Paper. I'm so sick of paper. Paper. You have to go to a paper organization or just have the shred and just shred everything. So yeah, I've been organizing in between all of this, and it's enjoying the weather. Enjoying.
Yeah, it's good. It's interesting weather for summertime, but hey, I'll take it. I say.
The only thing is you can't, with the air. We have to be very careful going out. Make sure when you go out, put a mask on. It's funny. You put your mask on, you're taking it off. You're putting it on, you're taking it off. But a few of my friends who have allergies, they have been suffering really, really bad. So this is a bad time with the fires all around us, the smoke and the fumes, because keep in mind that they're putting the fires out with chemicals.
Yes.
And those in the air.
Yeah.
In the air. So for those persons who have allergies, asthma, they're suffering. So, tell your friends, and drink plenty of water and fluids to flush your system out.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's what I've been doing, just helping those who need help.
But yeah, that's of course health alerts,
Health alert is there, and it's serious because you're ingesting all of the fumes that's in the air around the country. This is scary. This is so scary.
Yeah, absolutely. But we want you all to come on and join us and look, share something that you want to do this summer, something you're going to do this summer, something you're going to do this weekend for this long holiday. Just say hey to us. Let us know what's up, and be a part of the
Give us your favorite recipe. Put it up. Whatever you're going to cook, let us know what you're going to have. What's going to be
party at? Yeah, the party at.
Yeah. Where's the cookout? Let us know.
But what you cooking, right? So I'll say for me, last night I had the great pleasure to go to Bethesda Blues and Jazz to witness the wonderful, wonderful singer of this time that we're here, of our time, is Avery Wilson. And that was such a treat. Yeah, I said some. Yeah, Lynn joined me, and
Linda, you went.
Linda, yeah, she went. I can't get y'all to go anywhere.
I would have sent, but I felt bad for Ron. I was going to take you up on.
Look, I keep my ear to your phone, y'all.
I should have sent him. I really.
Yeah, you should have sent him, because I promise you, we don't want you and Ron to split over no 2-year-old.
Now, that ain't gonna happen. That baby sitting on his mama's foot on his doorstep. Now that ain't.
Get that girl. No, but we had a great time last night. I'm telling you, he is such an awesome artist. This wonderful singer, and he treated us really, really good in his vocals. He was one of the contestants on The Voice, if you all remember Avery Wilson. Look him up. That young man is just on the move.
He was awesome.
Oh my God, his voice. We say number one singer of our time was Whitney Houston. The number two of our time is him.
That's not good. And he started off with Prince. Who does that?
That's a hard one to start off with.
Who starts off with Prince?
Pretty darn good. You can start off with Michael Jackson. You can start off with even Marvin Gaye, but Prince.
He started out with Prince, and
I've
he didn't miss a beat. Oh my goodness! Never. And he was wonderful. And he did a tribute to Tina Turner. I mean, my God,
really? And Linda, you don't have this recorded on your Facebook.
I have it recorded on my phone.
You have it on your Facebook.
I have it. I recorded. I should have put a little something up. I may before we leave if I can get it up on that Dante.
Yeah, tag me in it.
I'll tag you in it. But no, it was a wonderful treat, and of course, we're getting ready for the production of Grease at the Lincoln Theater. So I've been up since 7. We had a photo shoot. So there's a lot going on in my schedule. It's going to get crazy, but it's all good. I don't know where I'll be, what I'll be. So I love to complain about good stuff, right?
Yeah, right.
So yeah, but that's good. So look, what's happening on our birthday front? We just talk about some birthdays, talk about good times and stuff. Who's celebrating?
Oh, we don't. Surprisingly enough, no birthdays in the month of July.
Oh my goodness!
In July for the sisters.
Okay.
Yeah,
but there's others.
There's others, for the sisters. You ain't got nobody.
You know what? My sister's gonna tell me. I forgot.
What?
I have to say, listen. My family members are full of July. My daughter, right? My oldest daughter, of course, they gave me these grandchildren. And then, of course, my father, he's going to be with the Lord. That's July 18th. And Nelson Mandela. So we got to honor him. July 18th, the same as my father. Who else?
And you know what? I forgot my sister Yashi's birthday is July 8th. She's going to kill me.
Oh, there you go. Yashi.
Yes, Yashi. Happy birthday, my sister.
Yeah, one of our sisters, you already may remember Robin when we were at the studio and she was suffering with cancer. She came with the shaved head.
Yes.
Yeah, you remember Robin? Yeah, she passed away, of course. But today is her birthday, so happy birthday! It's our first year without her.
Oh my goodness!
Yes, our first year without Robin. So I just want to shout out to my sis.
I don't have my tutu. I'm sorry, guys.
Look, you got fancy wancy.
I'm at a new location.
Linda got a new house.
Happy birthday
to the cancers. Happy
birthday. Well, I can give you our historic birthdays.
Okay,
go ahead. We have that with us. We have for July 2nd. We have Thurgood Marshall, first African-American U.S. Supreme Court Justice, born in 1908. We have Medgar W. Evers, our civil rights activist. He was born on the 2nd as well, 1925. Who else? We have Andrew Beard is issued a patent for the rotary engine. I thought I'd throw that one in there, but Anna Hedgeman, she was an activist and political person who was born in 1899. And I'll give you one more. Leroy Satchel Paige, Negro League Baseball and Major League Baseball pitcher, born in 1906. Yay! So happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Any more good news happening in the community? What's going on in the community, guys?
Well, let me share with you one of our sister, Dr. Tashika Green. Is going to be awarded July 7th. Kudos to her. She's been doing some amazing work. She is really
just is
taken off.
Yeah, she is.
Yes,
she's nominated, and this recognition is going to be bestowed upon her on July 7th at 7:00 p.m. So you can definitely go to our website. I'm sure they have tickets available.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. Congratulations. You know, and I have a congrats too. I forgot, and we have to put it up. But Helena, my partner, and her daughter got an Emmy.
I saw
Emmy
that.
Oh yeah, I
Award.
did see
Yes.
that.
That's at the 65th Emmy Awards. She won an Emmy. How about that?
Beautiful.
Wonderful journalist. She did I believe she did a story, a documentary that we all have to find. I'll find it by next week, about her, Africa, and children. So congratulations
Congratulations,
to
Helena.
Nina.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
Yes.
nice. It's so nice to see our sisters, or anyone, of
Yes.
course, doing good things,
yes.
great things, but our sisters especially.
And
So
this is
congratulations.
another event. One of our own, Dr. Cheryl Wood, is going to present on July 12th. It's coming up at Washington, D.C. And I have had the pleasure to be in the room with all four of them. So,
Mm.
guys, if you do not have a ticket, shame on you. I'm just saying, shame on you. This is going to be on fire. I just can't wait.
Yeah,
So,
that's some big ones.
yes,
You
indeed.
know, as far as speakers, they are
Yeah,
dynamic.
these
Yeah,
is
because you
They're
have
all dynamic speakers, and I've heard them, each one of them, and I am excited about that. Yes,
yes, yes, yes. You got to be in the room with Lisa Nichols. If you don't know anything about Lisa, Google it.
yes. And
Okay.
Trent Shelton is good
French.
too.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
brother.
yes.
Gotta stay
Oh,
in the room with him. Okay.
yes, yes.
And Gloria Mayfield Banks. I think she is one of the top Black women, or maybe the top for Mary Kay.
Oh,
Oh
I
really?
yeah,
think she's
Okay.
still, I believe
and she's
still in
retired. Yeah,
Mary
she's
Kay.
the number one
Number
Oh,
one. Yeah.
okay.
in Mary Kay. Yeah, and she's
Oh,
retired now, so she get paid. So
Yeah.
guys,
all
don't
right.
be shutting down network marketing, because that
Oh,
sister
no.
was the number one in network marketing,
Oh
Right.
yeah.
and she proved that you can make your millions in it. And
Yes,
she
you
goes
can.
to the top. So she was the first Black woman in Mary Kay to actually go straight to the top. She wasn't taking no prisoners. She's like, let's go. And
Mhm.
she's
Yeah.
still, being that leader today. So I really like her. She lived in our backyard. We always run into her at Costco over here in Columbia.
Really?
That's nice.
And I just
Well,
want to shout out my girl, Dr. Cheryl Wood, who is just simply amazing. I'm just so proud of her. And
Very proud of
We've
her.
watched her grow for real.
we have seen her move mountains as far as I'm
Mhm.
concerned.
Yeah.
So kudos to all four of them.
Mhm.
I like that number 4. You know that, guys.
Of course she did. She got a powerful lineup. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, that's awesome. Anything else happening in the community?
What?
Okay.
Greece? Oh,
Greece.
Well,
Greece
mumbo sauce.
with a side of mumbo sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Stage Play is coming back September 8th through the 10th. As I said earlier, we're in productions, doing things behind the scenes to get ready for you all. Going to be fun. A little twist on it this time at the Lincoln Theater, but it's going to be wonderful. So get your tickets, ladies and gentlemen. The LincolnTheater.dc.com. The Lincoln, no, this is the LincolnDC.com. Apologize. The LincolnDC.com. So, yeah, this is
And we
coming
have
up
Yeah.
too.
We have the 8th annual Pan-African Evening of Culture, so you don't want to miss it. Saturday, October 7th. You got some time, but start getting your tickets now. This is Helena is the founder, and I'm the co-founder of this organization. This is a cultural event. You want to bring out your African attire, music, dance, food. You don't want to miss this event. So go online, and this Eventbrite is on Eventbrite. The 8th annual Pan-African Evening of Cultures.
Yeah, so you got to go and get your African attire and
Yeah,
get your suits.
you have Africans from all over the diaspora will be there, and you want to be there too. You want the music, the dance, the food.
The experience.
It's an experience. It really is.
It is.
And we have we're honoring our very own Juanita Britton, Busy Bee, as we all know her, and we have some other honorees as well. And we have a special bead and bag show. So yes,
that's nice.
See you there.
Awesome. So, anything else, ladies, that we have going on? So
No, I think that's just about
that's
it.
about it. Okay, well, we're going to switch gears here. We know today is our first Saturday of the month, and every first Saturday we talk about domestic violence, a subject that that we don't like to talk about or deal with in any sense of the word. But look, It's happening, guys. It's still happening. It's just still happening. It's amazing that we're hearing even more, which is unfortunate. But I'm just honored to be a part of a platform that we recognize it and just don't deal with it. Because I'm telling you, people are living it, dealing with it, but don't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. They don't want to talk about it because of whatever the reason it is, because of they don't feel like, they don't want to shed light on it, or they don't want to bring attention to it, of course, or they just want to hide behind the situation and act like everything is okay.
Mm-hmm.
And just ignore it.
That part. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and don't deal with it. And people are bearing the barrier of their burden on other people when they do that, Peggy.
Yeah.
They don't understand. It's not just you that go through it.
It's the whole family.
It's the whole family.
The whole community.
Yeah.
The whole world.
The whole world. That is a burden. You're so right now. And I think we do. I'm so glad you brought that up. When one family member goes through, especially if you are a grandmother and your child or your niece or nephew, whoever goes through that, it's like everybody wants to get involved, but sometimes those individuals restrain you from doing that. Like, I'm okay, until you're back involved, and this time almost to a near-death situation.
Yeah.
So it's very selfish, but I guess they don't know that, but that's why I'm like, keep educating them, Wyoming and others in domestic violence, to let them know you are putting your family at risk, and you're also not being very respectful, even though you're afraid. You really do have to think not only for your children, but other people who are involved, who put their own lives and their livelihood at risk. Yeah.
Absolutely. I wanted, because we know that it's happening so much amongst our own community, our people.
Yeah.
Because we know how, people are dealing with that in their families, in our community.
Yes.
And it really hurts us to see this going on when we see it and hear it. I want to share this story, and to lead into this, about this pastor, young pastor. You all heard about that. There we go. That shot his wife and himself in front of their children. Recently, as of a week ago.
Goodness. Oh, yes. No.
Young, 25-year-old.
25.
25-year-old Danny Purnell Jr., the pastor of a church in Mississippi.
Louisiana.
Is it Louisiana? Okay. It's in Louisiana. And he shot his wife, and he's been beating her in front of the kids all along.
Yeah.
Yeah. All along, he's been beating her. And it led to him shooting her. And she's always been afraid. I believe she's always been afraid. But First Lady, see, here we go.
She didn't know what to do.
Not know what to do or where to go, who to talk to. When you are afraid and living in fear, and he said he may not be the perfect man, but he's a family man. But we know that people aren't perfect. We are saying and claim to be perfect. We're working to be in the position to do things God-like, Christ-like. But when you're talking about shooting yourself and you're a pastor and he has on his pastor's collar, what is going on here?
He had on his pastor collar when he shot her.
I mean, I'm saying he's wearing it now. You can see he's as if he's representing Christ. He's representing the God-like. He's the pastor. And I'm telling you, these preachers, they behind the pulpit one way and they home living a different way.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it happens. And so now, of course, they have arrested him, but he's often has threatened to kill her anyway.
Oh, so he didn't kill himself?
No, he's in the hospital. He was in the hospital.
Oh, he shot himself.
He shot himself. He shot her.
He got to live.
And they got to live to tell about it.
Oh, she's dead.
She's gone.
She's gone.
That's horrible.
No.
The wife is not gone.
The pastor still lived.
No, I'm saying it's the wife dead.
The wife is still living.
Oh,
but she is.
Okay.
I can't. That's so
What do we
good.
say to this?
Judith Clark brought up a very good point. Unfortunately, church members don't often support the women in the church when they are being abused. That is so
true.
So very true. I could tell so many stories, but that's true.
But I'm telling you, it happens, and we don't expect it to say, "Oh, the church." Well, be a people first. You're a human being 1st before you become a title. Titles don't mean that you're going to go and not do anything that's going to harm anyone, harm yourself, harm your family, and it's terrible. It is a mental that plays a big part of this. And it's undressed, absolutely. And that was the part I was going to say, Judith, that it definitely is a mental. You have to be mental. So who's pastoring the pastor? Who's counseling the pastor?
Who's
pastor
counseling?
Need a pastor.
Right.
Right. Or who is this pastor that's being accountable to? That's why I tell women, I tell my single women, who is your man accountable to? Because however he don't have anybody to answer to them, he is going to treat you just as horrible. So, but when he knows he is being held accountable to someone, it's normally better, like, does he have male friends? Or he was like, I don't need no advice from no other man. I'm a man too. That's a warning sign.
You'd be surprised, Charlene, in church surrounding, especially a pastor, how many men look up to the pastor.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
so they put him in a pedestal, one way or the other. This man, I believe, may not even be talking about domestic violence abuse across the pulpit. So he's going to display an image one way. You all know about my play. I'm have to put a plug in this, but you all seen my play.
Oh, yeah.
One part of my play talks about the church. You all remember that?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it talks about the pastor and his wife being abused. She's one way in the church. She has to portray this beautiful first lady, poised and upright. He's preaching. The church is down. They shout, and the point is, when he gets home, he beats her. He threatens her. And she's talking about not wanting to leave him, but she don't know what to do because this is what she's been living. Okay. So when I was given the vision to write my play, this is one of the things that God had given me to put in it. He said, don't shy away from this. Because I'm asking God, what particular subject matters you want me to address? And this is one of them. And he said, don't shy away from this one.
That's a big one.
It's a big one.
So
it's real. It happens.
And it's real.
And it's very real. So I just wanted to plug on that for one, because to let our community know that if you see this happening, if you see a pastor's, or if you watch the signs, what signs do you see? What are you watching and looking for? What are the signs? Do we see the signs of warning signs and everything? So we talk about this, and people are suffering. People are going through. This is not just in the church. It happens in the political realm. It happens in the sports realm. It's happening everywhere. And so I think now that it's something that we can address, I think we talk about it. We still have the actor, Jonathan Majors. He's out there, he's going to court because of what he was doing to allegedly have been just abusing the young lady that he was dating, and now he's going to court, and he's hoping that he will get off. I hope he gets off for his own sake. I really do. I really, really do hope he proves.
Because she lied on her. She lied on him, correct? Is that right?
Supposedly, yes. Allegedly, yes. Lied on him. So he's sticking up for what he believes that, look, I didn't do this. She hit me. She scratched me. I called the police on her. I get arrested.
Right.
And then didn't she admit to, he didn't really do it? Was it something like that?
Seemed like I heard she did go back on it at some point. I heard, but it's messy.
Is he here or in Atlanta? Isn't he here?
No. You mean not in DC? I don't know if he had to come back to court in New York, because that's where the situation had taken place, in New York. So when it's in New York or wherever you are, I think it takes place in that particular county, city, or state, or where you live. You know what I mean? So I think it all
You
has
know
to.
what, Wyoming, that what came across to me, I don't know, because I know one of our girls do have that ability. Dr. Unaya,
You
she,
near?
Ania
yeah,
Pettis.
Mm-hmm.
just maybe we definitely can. I hope she heard the story where she can send a message to that young lady in the hospital, because sometimes you feel like you got to go back, and it sounded so similar to her story.
Very much so. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, and she
Yes.
actually went back at one time because she
Mm-hmm.
was so afraid. And I just wonder if there's somebody to reach out to this lady who
Yes.
can
Who
just,
could not only reach out to her, I want to reach out to him. I would like
yeah,
to ask him who and how this came
Because
about.
yeah, a
Who
lot of time it
influenced you in
comes
your
from
life?
abuse that he might have seen. It's usually
Exactly.
a history
Yes.
of
A
abuse
history of
from
being
the
abused.
family somewhere down the line.
When you
Down the
shooting
line.
your
Yeah.
wife in front of your kids, that goes to another
Wow.
level, ladies. That's
but you
another
had
level.
already been doing
Also
that. That's an
mental.
anger issue. That's mental. That's anger.
Mental. Yeah.
That's no self-control. That's definitely not Galatians 5 that you're supposed to be preaching from, like
Yeah. Judah
self-control.
Plunkett said it so well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes,
Mentalness.
yes,
Thanks,
it is
Judy.
a lot. Thanks,
And we
Judith.
also have Lisa Leonard or Leonard. It's
Hey,
Leonard.
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi,
She's
Lisa.
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you, Lisa.
There is just so much to talk about on this subject. We always never have enough time, but we have a lovely guest that's coming
Yes.
on, and
Yay.
we love her. She's a beautiful sister. She has so much talent,
Yeah.
and she has a story as well. But she did not let her story stop her from using what God has given her to do. So we want to bring her in. She's been a part of us for some years, well, a couple of years now with the Sister Circle being a part of us, and we're bringing her back. It's not our first time. So we want to welcome back Laura Benson out of Baltimore.
Hi,
Laura, where you at, girl?
I'm right here. Can you
Hi.
see me, ladies?
We can
We can
Hi,
see
see
much
you.
you.
love. Oh, much
Yes,
love to
and
all of
much
you.
love. Yes, girl.
Thank you,
Welcome.
thank you so much for having me back. And oh my gosh, listening to you, ladies, and just so many things to touch on. And like you said, we're limited on time, but the story and the information needs to be shared. So thank you for inviting me to be a part of this Saturday. But before we go any further, may not be a July Cancer, but to Cancerians, because I was Thursday, 29th. So to all
All right.
Cancerians in
Hey.
July, my daughter turned 39 today. So there's
Oh, happy birthday to her.
39.
thank you.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
back on this subject that needs to be discussed. I have some things
Yes.
to touch on, but go right ahead,
No,
ladies.
no, we definitely want you to engage and be a part of this conversation because we know you have some things that you share with us. But before you share your story, now that we're talking about the pastor, as
Mhm.
you was hearing, what is your take on that? We want to just get your take on
Well,
this.
there's so many things, and you touched on it. First and foremost, these type of people don't just appear out of nowhere. So, like we said, there's some type of history and brokenness that then it leads to there being those type of actions from the person. So yeah, I'm sure something happened in his life that led it to that, but that's not an excuse. That should not justify his actions.
Yes,
Mm-hmm,
A
mm-hmm.
lot
exactly.
of times also with him, when you put on the collar, you've put yourself in a certain position that you're not really seeing your true reflection. You're not seeing what you're doing. And that gets it to a level of where he went from the beating to the shooting. Like it's just going to keep magnifying. He's just going to keep going further and further because again, he doesn't see himself in the wrong. He's too busy judging others, such as the one he's abusing, because most abusers don't want to look at their own reflection, so they vent and direct their behavior on the person that's closest to them. And a lot of times in my research and also being a part of it and in therapy, they're pretty much doing to you what they won't do to themselves, but yet they dislike and usually hate or are angry with themselves or narcissists and think they're so above it and beyond it that they just go crazy with it. So there are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of different things to touch on, but yeah, he has more issues than you could imagine. It to go from to even abuse her one any type of way, but to go to that and then to put it in front of the child. So now this is going to have a dysfunctionalism in
There
this
you
little
go.
person.
There, yeah.
So now you again, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, it starts somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what it is, and again, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't justify it. But now this little person that viewed it, such as what I've gone through and others have gone through, you have different roads you can travel after either being the abused or not, in being the abused, you can either become an abuser or you can continue to allow it and become, like me, codependent, where I try to take care of everybody in ways that I felt I wasn't taken care of or watched out for. But then that line of falling over into not taking care of self because you're so busy trying to make up for what happened to you without coming back to self-love. So there are so many things that you can touch on with this. And with her, not only not knowing where to go to, but like we know old school, what happens in the home stays in the home.
Stays in the home, yeah.
Or those that, and I have a piece that's called One Is Too Many, and it's not just the person being abused, but those that see it. Like we said, the signs that from some that I've experienced in my own experience, they try to act like it didn't happen, because if it didn't happen, then that means it's not a reality. That means they don't have to face it. They don't have to deal with it. So it just gets worse and worse because nobody wants to stand up and say, you know what? Put it in black and white. This is what's happening. This is what has happened. Or in my case, this is the type of child you raised. They don't want to face it, or they don't want to admit that that type of person's in their family. So you can go so many places with that. And as far as with me as an abused person and others that I've spoken with, the definition of abuse. Well, it wasn't that bad. Or he only did it 10 times instead of 100. So it's like once, like that piece I did, one is too many. One time is too many. We see all these different, and I'm all over because you guys just had me so excited that it's being discussed, because that's something else I want to touch on. Yes, it's talked about a little bit more now than it ever was, but not enough. If you can advertise every freaking thing on TikTok, commercials, this, that, and the other, one little commercial here and there talking about if you're abused, dial this number. No, let's get raw with it. Let's put some real, if you can put XXX movies out on freaking cable, you can put some real visuals of what the hell is happening to these people. Let's put it in your face and let's be accountable for this. Again, if you act like it doesn't happen, then it didn't. That's a lie.
That's true. Now that you're speaking on this, if you don't mind, of course, tell us a little bit of your background, how and what your experience.
Well, I'm going to touch on, like we said, there's a story behind it. Mine is going from being abused, and I'll say molested as a child. So when that happening, my story became that I'm not worthy, I'm not valuable, I'm nothing, which then I ended up being drawn to people such as the people that did wrong things to me, that when they did worse things, the violent part, the being beat up part, the being mentally, physically, spiritually drained, abused, and all that was in my world, because my brokenness was, oh, okay, well, that's what I deserve. And that's another horrible thing when you're an abused person. You get to a place where at times you feel like I deserved it, that nobody's going to help me because it was my fault. So my case, and yeah, we all know that it's usually the person's closest to you. These were gentlemen that were close to me, that I'm happy that I'm even able to create my art, because I really shouldn't have my right eye, because the one time it was with a bat that had screws in it with tape around it.
Jeez.
That literally my eye was moved in socket and back. So this is the first I've gotten to that much detail. I don't usually like to get into the details because that's something I don't have to revisit. I have a story to tell that, like in my painting and my art, those out there going through it are not alone. That if any way I can be of assistance or help, that's my journey now. You ladies, we've spoken as far as some of my artwork and using it to do fundraisers and help raise funds to make people aware of this, to help those that are going through it, to give them the direction, give them resources. So yes, I went through that journey, I really believe, so that I could give back to others going through that journey.
So we want to share your artwork, because this is
somebody that went through it.
Yes, definitely. And because you did not stop there, you had to turn that into something that was going to be creative enough to express and to exemplify what you have, which is a gift that you were always given anyway.
God gave me, this is my saving grace. I tell people in a heartbeat now, my art saved my life.
I believe that.
Beautiful.
I had no idea. I don't even remember a time in my life I wasn't being creative, because everything that happened to me was very, 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 very early in my life. And as an only child, and I'll say as a mixed child in the 60s or 70s, now that's really alone. Because one side didn't like me because I was too light. The other side didn't like me because I was too dark. And then here I'm going through something that as a child, you don't really, you know it's not right, but you don't really confirm it's not right, because if it's not right, why is it happening?
Right, exactly.
So Laura, I want to ask you this question. I'm gonna ask you, ladies as well. Or we can show this. Let's just show this lady.
That's
Now,
Laura.
That crazy lady
that's Laura
jumping.
Bennett saying. Tell us about this, and then I'll go into my question.
Okay, well, these are a few of my pieces. We're going to show a couple, but it was actually 9 that were selected by LED Baltimore, Billboard, by Penn Station. They showed these pieces. I love the date, February 22nd, 2022, during Black History Month. My dear friend Poncho Brown actually gave me the information to this, and they selected my artwork. And I mean, I've been doing artwork for over 45 years, but just recently, and when I say recent, I mean maybe about a decade, I started sharing it, because that's when my low self-esteem and insecurities and all that were starting to not overshadow me as much as they once did. It was like, you can share this. It's okay. Now it's time to let others view it, experience it, feel it. And as I always say, no, they're not alone, because some of my pieces will let you know that somebody else knows your story.
That's right. Now you have some other artwork. We might as well go into it, and then I'll still try to hold my question so you can get on to your expressing. If Dante, if you want to show the rest of her artwork,
and I have 3 with me.
Yeah,
to
this
also
is nice.
show you.
Congratulations, it's beautiful.
Thank you. This piece is The Lady is Blue, and I'm known as a storyteller, so you'll see why. When I did this, I actually didn't paint this. People do a pour technique, which is not this. I literally took my paint and poured it onto the canvas, so you could see the squigglies and all that. This is a representation of Billie Holiday. If you look closely, I made sure to put the paint on to where it shows those cracks. That's intentional, because everyone enjoyed her so much, but how many people really took the time to find out her story?
Yeah.
Or the story that was shared? Because we all know a story shared, but not as in depth as it usually is.
That's right.
And that's why this is not The Lady Sings the Blues, but The Lady is Blue. She has her story. She has her reasons to be blue, and have those cracks in her spirit or in her energy or in her light. So that's The Lady is Blue.
Okay.
This one's called Love Yourself. Don't judge yourself. When I did this piece, was my thinking of how many of us that have gone through these things, that we allow other people's view of us cause how we judge and look at ourselves. So what I did was I did the mirror. She's turned away, and that's me trying to say, no, don't judge yourself. Don't turn away. The hair is done that way in the form of representing Medusa, because those viewpoints of others kind of turn us to stone on how we feel about ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't judge yourself. Love yourself.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
No, this is beautiful.
Finding peace within, peace of mind, peace sign upside down, because at times we could find ourselves just split between the loving ourselves and, I'll say it, hating ourselves, disliking ourselves. The infinite, that if we don't grab hold of it, it can be an infinite cycle throughout. We can have our beads together, our beads of love, or as you see at the bottom, the beads broken apart. So please hold on to peace within.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
And this is my favorite.
Yes, if you look closely in that teardrop, and I usually have to show people, there's a hand in there. That's called It's Okay to Let Go. Because that's something that I still suffer from, that what I went through, I was told I wasn't allowed to cry. And I carried that forward up for 50 something years. That in this piece, I'm letting people know, when I told you, you're not alone, you can let go. It's okay to let go. It's okay to cry, and not just women, but men too. That's something else we rarely touch on. It's not just women that are abused. Men are abused. But
absolutely.
We've made it to where you're a man, you got to deal with it. You're a man, you can't cry. You're a man, a woman can't beat you up. Mental, spiritual, and physical abuse go to both men and women.
It's nice artwork.
Thank you.
Very beautiful. I know you have hundreds of different type of artwork, but because of this subject matter, you are expressing yourself through your art. And give us the name of your artwork. Thank you, Dante.
Okay, the gallery, the website is.
This is another one. Yes,
give us
this piece. And as you see, I work on all different mediums. And if you look at some of the years, some of these pieces in here are like 30 years old, but they go when they're supposed to the home that they're supposed to. This piece is called Can't Let Go. And what it is it's a reflection of the individual, whomever that may be, looking within themselves. And the hand represent that they're holding on to what's going on inside of them, that they can't let go of it. So just as we're talking about now, what happened to me could have happened 40 years ago. It could have happened 2 years ago, but it will always be a part of you. It's what you do with that, how you handle it, but yeah, can't let go of it.
Is that a male image? Is that a
whatever
male
you want it to be? That's the way I did it that way intentionally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So give us the name of your, thanks Dee. Give us the name of your company and give us some background a little bit on.
Oh, okay. Well, the company now, it was Heart to Art. My dear artist friend was like, no, Laura, people don't know who that is. So Laura Benson Art, the name of our gallery is It's in the DNA Art, because actually, for those of you that don't know, my son is an amazing artist.
Yeah.
So we're like unicorns. You rarely, if ever, meet mother-son art duo. And these pieces behind me are just a few of his on the part of the gallery. So these pieces back here are some of my son's work.
Wow.
Awesome.
The website is bensonoriginalsfineart.com.
Just put that in the chat, please.
Yes,
so
that's
if you want to contact you and see more of your beautiful pieces, they can.
And people are always welcome to schedule an appointment if they like to come, or they can come during the exhibit shows that we have, or the exhibitions we have. I'm sorry, I clicked myself out, so I was trying to talk and multitask.
When is your next show?
We're not sure yet, because what happens is right now during the summer, we're doing a lot of different vendor events.
Okay.
So we're a little bit of here and there, and I try not to schedule it so much because I have to admit it. My brain says, go ahead. My body says, try it if you want to. I need some rest.
I think we all can relate.
But why do I have you ladies? Because I brought it up. When I was saying one is too many, I wanted to show it to you. And we talked about the donation pieces.
Yeah, that's the piece.
We think of, well, when we think of lavenders and stuff, we think of peace and tranquility. Well, this one, it's representing bruises and damage. The fist, it's the remembering what's happened to you, the seeing what might be ready to happen to you, the reminder of it's getting ready, or not reminder, but that it may happen again. And the eye also represents those that are seeing it happen, but aren't stepping forward, or those that are reflecting on the possibility, because you I'm sure you've all had someone in your family at one time that you could see what they're about to get into is not going to turn out well.
I know that's right. One is too many. Ladies, do any of us have any question or a question?
No, I just want to say that, Laura, it was a pleasure. And I must say, Wyoming, Linda and I had the opportunity to come to the gallery. And I cannot wait to come back.
You guys came to the exhibit at Davenport. Yes. When you get a chance, come to the gallery. Yes. And I mean, it's not an exaggeration. There are at least probably close to 1,000 original pieces in here.
I know you have a lot.
This is the one half, but there's a whole nother half behind the walls.
What do you mean?
Wow.
Laura, you have to take a road trip.
One question. I know you do some community events and like paint parties. We love them here where I live at. So can you tell us about those paint parties? Because I would love for our crew to do some with you, either in our home or our community center where I live at.
I love it.
Well, thank you for bringing it. Yeah. Thank you so much for bringing that up, because I meant to touch on that. Yes, we also do what's called portable paint parties. And again, the Most High at work and blessing me with the talent he's given me and the ideas, and riding home from work one day, I was praying at a red light. I love to tell this story. And I was like, dear Lord, please guide me on how to bring this to people, how to have self-love, self-care, a moment of just chilling and experiencing something they hadn't experienced or experiencing it again. And it's like, I have to bring it to people. Portable. What am I doing? What am I good at? Paint. What is it? A celebration party. Portable paint party was born. What portable paint party does is bring the paint party to you, your guests, team building, parent-child time together, celebrations, special events. I do them as team builders at different businesses. Before the pandemic, I would take them to senior citizen homes because they loved to know that someone was thinking about them. So yes, when you go to the website, there is a section for portable paint party. You may also see some photos of some of the paint parties on Facebook at Laura on Facebook. Am I Benson Originals? No. Yeah. See, too many things going on. I'm either Laura Benson.
Okay, go on our website and
We
find
just
out.
go on the website. Linda,
So
did you have any questions for her?
Well, that was the main question that I asked. Where was the exhibitor? Because I like to come back to Baltimore and
well,
see.
you ladies can plan to have your own personal exhibit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be perfect.
Okay.
That's a good
Exhibit
idea.
and a portable party, or both.
Yeah.
I'd like
Laura,
to ask one question.
Go ahead, Lynn. Go ahead, Lynn.
Within your experience, and do you are you dealing with teenagers, young adults, and women? Or is there a specific area that you work in the community as far as helping young adults that are dealing with domestic violence?
Anyone I can help in any way.
Okay.
Anyone. That's the one Peggy, you and I have spoken on it. Just let me know how and when.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I'll do. I'll show up and show out and help.
That's what I'm talking about, girl.
Hey, you know what? I mean, even if you can do a combo, do a paint party fundraiser and like maybe raffle auction off prints of some of the pieces. The other one I rarely show, this one, Love's Not Blue or Black.
Ooh.
It's someone that has your back.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Beautiful.
So, Laura, I have a question to ask you. We have 1 minute left here, and of course, we can go on and on. Like I said,
yes.
Were you doing this when you were married and you were going through abuse? And was this a way, if you were, a way to just escape away from the abuse when you were going through?
Well, let's get clear. I didn't make that. Well, I'm not going to say. No, I'm going to say I didn't make that mistake. I've never been married. Thank gosh.
Okay, I understand. We're in your relationship.
What happened was, and I thank you for asking that. When I first was creative, was a different form of, well, molestation. Let's just call it what the hell it was, and then form of abuse. So, once I got into the relationship where it was somewhat close to a marriage, but it wasn't. Yes, I would go off and create pieces that would bring me peace, or it was like creating pieces of a feeling or an emotion I wish I was where I was at, to take me away from where I really was at. Loving or caring or nurturing pieces I would create during that time. Yes.
And this person knew you were, then this person knew this was your passion.
This person knew it was my passion and did probably everything to redirect it.
There you go. That's where I'm getting to. That's exactly where I was getting to with my question. You answered
We'll
it.
take away your self-confidence. We'll try to keep you so in a spiral that you don't know which way is up, and then fault you for being like that.
There you go.
Because
That's what I want to
a lot of times we use the wrong things to try to make us feel better, even though those things will make us feel worse. Drinking, drugs, all of those. And then what do people see? Oh, you're a drunk. Oh, you're an addict. Don't ever ask a person what's wrong with them. Ask them what happened to them.
That's good.
That was what happened to me. No one ever asked what happened. They would just say, "Oh, look at you, you're a mess." What's wrong with you? Why are you acting like that? You ever think of what may have happened to me, brought me to this point? So thank you for asking that question.
Yeah, because that happens a lot. A lot of relationships, people are jealous.
Yep.
They react out of jealousy. They abuse you out of jealousy. They want to take you off of your course. They want to hurt you so that you will not even focus on what you need to focus on. And then that way you are just totally don't even want to deal with it because you're so hurt and abused, and mentally it takes you out, because spiritually, emotionally, all comes together, and you're totally off track of what God really ultimately wants and created
right there
to do.
When I finally was able to not only do it through my art, but down on my knees through my tears, was like, look, he has me here for a reason, and dang on, and I'm gonna do positive things with it no matter what. And the other thing I had to recognize is, what would I really be losing when I finally let your sorry behind go? I wasn't losing anything. I gained everything.
You gained a lot.
With that being said,
this does not happen overnight.
We love you.
It does not happen overnight, but it can happen.
Your story is so amazing. I love it. But
I love all of you beautiful
run
sisters.
out of time. I hate it. But we want to have you come back for certain. Again, I think you're one of the ones that we need to continue to have
this conversation.
This conversation is so wonderful to enlighten other women and men to understand what's going on out there, and it is real. This is
You're
real.
not alone.
You're not alone.
And there are people out here that you can talk to, lean on, even if you just want to talk and don't want to hear anything, because that's another thing. You don't always want to hear what people have to say. You know what I'm going through, and you haven't gone through it. So
absolutely. Dante, if you have the number, the 800 number, you can find one and put that up before we leave, because someone out there needs to know this number. Call and understand this is where you can go and let people know what's going on. They will not tell your business. This is all about you going somewhere and feel what? SAFE, safe.
But remember, one is too many. It's not how big your bruise is or how black your eye is. One time is too many.
Too many.
You are more than that.
Well, Laura, thank you once again. Love you much, and we will be talking to you again soon. Have a great day. Okay.
Bye-bye. You too.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Yes.
That was so good. We definitely got to have her back, because I hear a lot of things going on, how the women can affirm themselves and keep going, even though they may not can get out of the abusive relationship.
Yeah.
What are they doing to actually out of the relationship?
Yes.
And to find ways to we also have to find ways to she's put herself into her art. That's her escape. You know, so many women and men, they have nothing to put in, nowhere to go. Right. So you can get into art, you can get into sing, you know, you can do so many things. That's another story, a whole nother show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How to release yourself.
Release it, redirect the pain.
Redirect the pain.
Yeah. They're like building up that confidence to get out regardless. And it's mentally preparing you to ignore him and just be ready to go.
Absolutely.
Like and use the gift that God gave you.
Yes.
Because that's exactly what she's done.
She did. Well, I am so happy we had this time together.
Me too.
Sing a song. But before you know it, it's time to blow it. So we want to say so long. Oh, no, I'm just playing. So anyway, what time is now next week, guys, before we get into that, we got our health and wellness next week. Second Saturday. We're going to talk about that. You got somebody already? You can tell us who it is?
We have a pending.
Okay,
we had a change, but I have something special if it goes well.
Okay, well, we'll be here.
Working back on it.
Absolutely. Well, same time, same back channel, same back change. So we have here with my lovely sisters. So it's been a great day.
Enjoy your long weekend. Relax.
Be safe, everybody. Be safe. And we will see you back here next Saturday. But what a wonderful time. So what time is it?
It's
time for you
to walk
in your purpose and prosperity. Love y'all. We out. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.